What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Pokemon Platinum. In the last episode, we made it through Eterna Forest with the help of a trainer named Cheryl. And now we are out here on the other side of Route 205, which is on the outskirts of Eterna City. But first, we got a few more trainers to take out before we actually get there. We're super close. I'm just giving some last-second experience to... You know what? No, I'm actually going to keep with tradition here. This is the trainer. This is the trainer that I dread fighting the most. They have nothing but Magikarps. And I'm not going to waste your time. I know we just started the episode, but we're going to just skip this fight outright because this is stupid. Oh, man, I hate encountering that guy every single Pokemon Let's Play. Why do they do it, man? Just don't. Just don't. I know it's like a tradition at this point, but just please. I mean, I say that, but I'm pretty sure they did actually eventually stop doing it. But it was still really annoying every time it happened. It was like 5-6 generations straight of that nonsense. Gosh. But okay. We're through the woods on that one at least. Now we can actually start the episode proper here and take out this trainer so we can finally make our way to Eterna City, which is, I think, really exciting. This is usually, if I don't set my team up right, I genuinely think this next gym is actually like the hardest gym in the game, and I'm not even kidding when I say that. And you'll see why when we get there, because it's actually no slouch. It's quite the big difficulty spike from the first gym, and a lot of the future gyms are not really all that bad, but this one, if you're not like prepared for it and have a team built to withstand it, you're going to have a hard time, genuinely. There we go. Beat Fisherman Joseph, got some good experience out of that, and that is pretty much going to be it for Helena for the foreseeable future. Okay, I should have been doing this from the get-go. I need to actually put the Soothe Bell on her just so I can expedite this process because, where am I going? Right here. Yeah, I definitely want her to evolve ASAP. And like I said, the Quick Claw was a little bit redundant. I didn't actually need it. So we'll just put that on her. And finally, I can say, welcome to Eterna City, everybody, right as the rappel wears off. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on here in Eterna City. One of those things, and we already heard about this, is that the Team Galactic headquarters is actually here. Looker mentioned this. So we are going to be dealing with that at some point, but not right off the bat. We got some work to do in here first, because we're going to need to have access to the HM4 cut if we want to do that. So let's do some exploring around here first. We got a few things right here. Underground Man's house, going down for adventure. All right, let's talk about this first. Okay. Hello. I am the first to have gone underground and dug some tunnels. You can call me the Underground Man. Everyone does. I'll make a gift of this to you. You hold up your end of the deal and put it to good use. And we have gotten the Explorer Kit. Gift to you, the Explorer Kit will instantly take you underground. You need to only use it, and you will be down in the tunnels. The underground is a different world where you can do this, that, and the other thing, too. Let me mentor you into becoming a full-fledged Splunker. Will you take on that challenge? Sure. Well said, my young friend. I will teach you by assigning missions. First, go underground. Going underground is quite easy. Simply use your Explorer Kit. If you accomplish that, I will give you your next test. Okay, what about you? Dig up some treasure. I'm from Oreburg. I work at the mining museum there. I got advice from the Underground Man on digging up the treasure in spheres. While you're digging, you may uncover dark rocks. They are very hard. If you keep hitting them, the wall will collapse. Don't forget about that, and you will be digging up treasure in no time. All right, let's talk about this thing really quickly. So can you use it indoors? I thought you could only use it outdoors, but maybe I'm wrong. Yep, okay, I think you have to be outdoors to do this. So let's step on outside, and let's try this thing. I love how he said anywhere, but not actually anywhere. Use wireless communications will be launched. Okay, am I allowed to? I can't remember if I'm allowed to do this. Okay, and now that we have descended down, I'm going to try to explain how this works really quickly by demonstrating this just once. We're not going to do this again. So, as we move around the underground, we're eventually going to get sparkles that are going to appear, and those are going to tell us the hot spots that we're going to want to go in. They're going to be in the vicinity of us somewhere. So, just wait for those to pop up, and we can also kind of ping the screen if we need to. This will also tell us about, like, traps and whatnot. That is a really far way away. Okay, I guess I'll have to go all the way over to that one. But I'm just going to, like I said, I'm going to do this once, and then we're never going to touch the underground again unless, for whatever reason, I absolutely need to get like a special stone or something along those lines. So all the way down here, we're going to go right on top of this sparkly area. And once we get here, I'm going to ping this. Okay, right in the wall on that sparkly spot. Oh, not a trap. Gosh dang it. All right. Wall is bulging slightly. Try digging into it. Let's say yes. Okay, so something pinged in the wall. 3 confirmed. Oh, there is a note tucked inside the Explorer Kit. Digging for treasure in spheres. I put a sledgehammer and a pickaxe in your Explorer Kit. Use them and you'll be able to touch walls to dig all sorts of stuff out. I'm sure you can dig them out before the wall comes tumbling down. You can do it. Good luck, youngster. Okay, so here's how this works. Sledgehammer, big area of effect, but also causes this to crack more. pickaxe, small area of effect with a little bit more precision, and allows you to go exactly where you want to get the thing that you're after. So like I'm going to dig out this green shard here, which I need to uncover all the squares for. Think of it kind of like Minesweeper, for instance. Now, if you take the sledgehammer to the problem, it's just going to take a lot longer. So notice how that was buried under a lot of these stronger rocks. So it was going to be a lot harder to get to. Now, let's just go up here really quickly so I can try to demonstrate this one more time. I'm going to do one more spot in the wall. And then let's try taking a sledgehammer. So we got 3 in this one. We're going to take a sledgehammer to the problem here by sort of seeing if we can't track down something in here. Okay, there we go. So let's start making our way through to those. We got a couple spheres, which are the currency for this area. And then we have a big sphere there. Everything was dug up. Got a bunch of different things. Cool. Now you can use this for spheres to get yourself some currency, which you can use to trade for traps. You can also bury the spheres so that they can then grow up into bigger spheres and thus be more valuable. You can get all sorts of evolutionary items like rocks and certain things. This is mostly like firestone, leafstone, thunderstone, shiny stone, whatever. Pick your poison. You know what I'm talking about. A lot of those sorts of things. And you can also get treasures, which are valuables that you can then sell to get more money, which is awesome. Now, a lot of these things are going to become better the later you are into the game. And this is sort of just a distraction, a side activity that you can do in the meantime if you're bored of playing Pokemon for Pokemon's sake for whatever reason. I don't know why Nintendo did these sorts of things back then, but they really liked their gimmicks. I'm not a big fan of it, so I'm not really going to be interacting with it all that much, if at all, actually, for the rest of this playthrough, but I wanted to just sort of give a light demonstration of that. There are certain YouTubers out there who have done much more in-depth guides on how the Underground works, so you can refer to that if you absolutely want to. That is not my intention here, though, to go over all of those sorts of things. All right, so now we can keep having a look around. We have a bike shop here, but no, we cannot get a bike just yet. In fact, I believe if we go in here, it's going to be completely empty. Well, okay, there's this kid, but he is not the owner. Manager's gone off to the Team Galactic building and hasn't returned. I wonder what's holding him up. Guess we'll have to figure that out. All right, so let's keep moving around here. We got the Eterna condominiums over here. Name rating services available. Well, let's head on inside. There's actually 2 things to do in here. First things first, hi, I'm the building superintendent. I maintain a vigilant 24-hour watch. I think this is the name rater. Yes, so if you want to change a nickname, this guy will do that for you. Then we have this kid. Excuse me, but you got that Pokemon named Buizel. Want to trade it for my Chatot. So Chatot is a normal and flying type Pokemon that is, well, 1, can evolve, and 2, has some interesting moves, like it can get the whole rest and sleep talk combo going on, which is different for a flying type. It's got some interesting move coverage and whatnot, but overall is just not that great, especially because it can't evolve. It's not going to be nearly as strong as something like a Staraptor, but I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. It can get the job done for you. It's just, I would not say it's the most ideal flying type, but the nice thing, of course, is because it's a traded Pokemon, it'll level up a lot faster, and Buizel is not hard to get, and you should probably already have one at some by this point if you absolutely wanted one. All right, now that we have gotten our 3rd concussion of the playthrough, let's talk to Barry. Hey, Don, you came to see the Pokemon statue, right? I'll take you there. All right, let's go. As we continue to look around the city. We'll go to the gym in a moment. What the? It's this guy again. Blue Artichoke Head. So, this is Eterna's Pokemon statue. Shaping our world are time and space in an intertwining spiral. Revered in Sinnoh are the Pokemon of time and space. Sinnoh's myth. Its truth needs investigation. Pardon me? Stand aside. Now we're the ones getting pushed around. What the heck? I don't like this guy. Oh, hey, when we smacked together, a brilliant flash of inspiration came to me. An easy way to become a great trainer. Yeah, that! All right, listen close. Make certain all your attacks hit and avoid enemy attacks for sure. You do that, you'd never lose. You'd be the invincible trainer. Anyway, go check out the Pokemon statue. See you around. Gosh, Barry, why didn't I think of that? Hey, why don't all my moves land and all of my opponent's moves just miss? Am I stupid? Anyway, so we got a statue right here, and if you go behind it, you're going to get this, a Draco plate. There's a text engraved in the back of the plate. When the universe was created, its shards became this plate. Let's take a look at this plate really quickly. So, we're going to talk about these plates a little bit more later, but for now, an item to be held by a Pokemon. It is a stone tablet that boosts the power of Dragon-type moves. So, nice to have a little item that can do a little bit of extra damage for anything like that. There's plates of every single type throughout the game, but the thing is it's not necessarily just meant to be used as a held item to do extra damage. It has another, more interesting purpose, but we'll have to talk about that much later. Oh, that device you have. It's a Pokedex. Wow, it brings back some memories. Pardon me, but what's your name? Okay, hello, Don. I'll be sure to remember that name. My name is Cynthia. I'm a trainer just like you. I've been studying Pokemon mythology lately, just out of curiosity. Here in Eterna City, there's a statue of an ancient Pokemon. Have you seen it already? According to myth, it was an extremely powerful Pokemon. Who knows? You may encounter something like it while you're traveling with your Pokedex. Oh, I know. Try using this. It should be helpful. And there, we finally get HM01 Cut. Remember, the hidden move Cut can be used in the field. It will let you go places that were previously inaccessible to you. It's important for filling up your Pokedex slot, right? Then luck be with you, young trainer. There's one last thing. Please give my regards to Professor Rowan. Now, obviously, we cannot use Cut until we get the next gym badge, so we're going to have to work on that next. Before we go there, though, there's one thing I need to bring to your attention that I failed to do so oops, that's my bad. As far as the Underground is concerned, there is one other purpose that the Underground has, and that is while competing in the Underground, you will be able to get yourself a fossil. I'm actually going to go back here and see, does this guy have another mission for me? Dug up what I was looking for, good job finding it. Take these as a reward. Prism Sphere 1, okay, that's cool. Red Sphere 1, he's just going to give us a lot of spheres, isn't he? Yes, I do believe so. Digging the holes in the ground, tunnels to underearth stuff, fossils and stones can be dug up and found from under. Spheres, which are gems, cannot be brought out, but they can be exchanged for goods down there. Now, what should I assign you next? Okay, now that he has said that, we should be able to go dig up fossils if we went down there. However, what fossil you get by going down there is entirely dependent on your trainer ID. So I mentioned this at the very beginning of the game, but your ID number is important if you want a certain fossil Pokemon. Okay, so I have an even number trainer ID. It ends in a 6, which would allow me, if I was to go back down digging there, to get the armor fossil. If it ended in an odd number, I could get access to the skull fossil. The skull fossil is what you revive to get Cranidos, which we've already encountered up to this point. We've already kind of been over it. It is all offense, no defense, and kind of doesn't have high enough speed to justify its high offense. When it becomes Rampardos, it is pretty fast, but not like the fastest thing in the room at all times. But still, that super high offense, especially with attacks like Head Charge, make it incredibly strong. But of course, it is just a monotype rock type. The armor fossil, which we'd be able to get, allows us to resurrect Shieldon, which eventually evolves into Bastiodon, which is quite the opposite. Now, it actually has some okay offenses, but it's really all about the defenses. And unlike Cranidos, where it is only a physical attacker, Bastiodon has really, really high defenses, but still pretty darn good special defenses. So it's a little bit more well-rounded than Rampardos, in my opinion. And so you can go either way with either of those. Honestly, there probably hasn't been a set of fossils I'm less high on than the Gen 4 fossil Pokemon, unfortunately. So it's not really worth going after, but I suppose you can if you absolutely want to. Now, before we call this an episode, let's talk to the gym leader here. Hi, I'm Gardenia. I'm this town's gym leader. My last challenger was this awfully speedy young guy. Actually, his name is Barry. He told me about you. He said that another challenger's on the way, so that made me antsy. At my gym, no one gets to battle with the gym leader, me, until the end. The challenger has to beat all the other gym trainers first. I'll be waiting for you in the back, trainer, so don't disappoint me. Guys, we're going to save that for the next episode. I know this episode was just kind of a lot of explanations, a lot of fumbling around with the Underground. It is a weird one, but it's a lot of stuff that I really didn't want to have to talk about that we had to get out of the way. We should be able to coast from here on out, though, with not a ton of crazy explanations. The Underground is just an annoying addition to the game that, yeah, I get it. It's optional, but I just don't like going over it or even really thinking about it all that much because it's just whatever, especially because I don't really have that incentive to go after the armor or skull fossil, but whatever, I digress. Guys, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode very, very much. In the next episode, we are going after the second gym badge, and then we're going to go see what the heck is going on with the Team Galactic building at the north end of Eterna. A lot of stuff to cover over the next couple of episodes, but hopefully all will go super well. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.